very much. I want to start just by recognizing one person who helped organize this event tonight, and it's Laurie David. And Laurie David is also the person who produced The Inconvenient Truth and has done 100 other things that most people have never heard of, but they've all impacted our lives. She's arguably had more impact on the environment, on advancing the environmental message in this country over the past 2 or 3 years than all of the rest of us who've been involved for decades have put together. So let's give it up one time for Laurie David. I also want to point out that this amphitheater at Red Rock, which is the finest concert amphitheater in the world, was designed and built by the WPA during the Roosevelt administration, when we had a government in this country that was competent and idealistic. And that's what can happen to America and the American people, the good things that can happen to our country when we have a government, a federal government that is competent and idealistic, and that's the kind of government that Barack Obama is going to bring back to the United States of America. And on our issue, Barack understands more than anybody that good environmental policy 100% of the time is identical to good economic policy. If we want to measure the economy, and this is how we ought to be measuring it, based upon how it produces prosperity and national security and economic independence and jobs for our people over the generations, over the long term, and how it preserves the value of the assets of our community. If, on the other hand, we want to do what John McCain and George Bush and all the indentured servants of the oil and coal industry want us to do, which is to treat our planet as if it were a business in liquidation, convert our natural resources to cash as quickly as possible, have a few years of pollution-based prosperity, we can generate an instantaneous cash flow and the illusion of a prosperous economy. But our children are going to pay for our joyride, and they're going to pay for it with denuded landscapes and poor health and huge cleanup costs that are going to amplify over time and that they will never be able to pay. Environmental injury is deficit spending. It's a way of loading the costs of our generation's prosperity onto the backs of our children. Barack Obama understands that our addiction to oil is not just going to destroy the planet from global warming, but it is the principal drag on American capitalism. Today, we are borrowing in our country $1 billion a day from countries and people who don't like us and who don't share our values.